He's an actor. He's a comedian. He's a savant when it comes to sports. He's Michael Rapaport, sponsored by Mercedes. Best, the best, or nothing. Rapaport joins us in studio on the Mercedes-Benz couch, or love seat or chair. What are you sticking out your chest for?
That's just the way it is, man.
No, that's the way it is?
That's the way my chest is.
That's how you roll?
Listen, I've been listening to you. I don't like a lot of what you're saying,
Go.
brother.
Go.
What?
Is it an Eli thing?
Yeah.
What is with you New York guys and Eli Manning? What is the deal? The rest of us are like, look, we all got it. He's a good quarterback. He's fine. But
he's a good quarterback. He's fine?
Yes, he's good. He's fine.
Let me tell you something. Deranged Doug.
Yes.
Okay? Delusional Doug Gottlieb. When you talk about the history of the NFL, you can't talk about the history of the NFL without talking about Eli Manning, who won
Can't do it without talking about Jeff Hostetler.
Excuse me. He won not one, 2 Super Bowls versus the GOAT twice. And what are you, a New England Patriots fan? Because if you like the NFL and you can't stand the Patriots, you should be celebrating Eli Manning. Otherwise, Tom Brady would have 8 rings. We're talking about Eli with the lineage coming up behind Archie and Peyton. Eli, the old Mississippi Messiah. Eli Manning, the #1 pick who refused to go to San Diego. Eli, always standing in the pocket, strong, steady. Eli, always standing, the wild card killer. MVP Eli, Iron Man Eli, the Giants' giant killer, escaped hands, claws of the great Patriot defense, deep to David Tyree. Eli, to the end zone. Why is Plaxico so open in the end zone, Bill Belichick? What happened? You were videotaping everything to Eli. Where's the defense? Defeated the undefeatable Eli. Iron Man Eli showed Danny Dimes the way. Eli, Victor Cruz, Michael Strahan will be fitting him for his Hall of Fame jacket. Eli Manning. Deranged, deplorable Doug Gottlieb.
That is an amazing take. We do not write our takes here in the herd. Anyway, so
yeah, Hall of Fame, my friend. I don't care about.
So why, if he was so great, why were they so bad so many years?
Because you know what? He outlived and outstayed the waves. Okay, 16 years. He started 210 games in a row.
Yes.
Yeah, you couldn't even play in 4 celebrity all-star games in a row without getting injured. Okay, let me tell you something, Doug.
Not getting hurt. Okay, and not getting hurt does not a Hall of Famer make. Like, right, Phillip Rivers got hurt, tore his ACL, never missed a game, by the way.
You know what?
Phillip Rivers has a better win-loss percentage. Okay, he'll end up throwing for more yards in an inferior organization, one that Eli bailed on. I will tell you this about Eli. Like, one of the great things about Eli that goes underrated that you pointed out is he was an unbelievable politician.
But he doesn't speak.
No, he doesn't. Everything that's done with Eli is done behind the scenes. Right? Even he never said, I don't want to play in San Diego. He never said a word negative about San Diego. Not one. But it was done behind the scenes.
He got the great lineage.
Right? Just
Archie and Peyton showed him the way.
They're amazed. They're amazing with how they manipulate things, right? He didn't get coaches fired. They just happened to get fired.
Well, why? Well, he's getting them fired?
Yes.
I thought the team stunk. He stunk.
Okay, wait. So if he stinks, why isn't he in any way responsible? No, the coach would get thrown under the bus.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say
they kept McAdoo because they thought, well, McAdoo can show him a new offense, and we can't get rid of McAdoo. And
McAdoo the wackadoo?
Yes.
McAdoo who sat Eli Manning for Geno Smith, who may or may not have been the person who bagged my groceries at Trader Joe's this week.
Super Bowl getting ready to take place. Is Pat Mahomes the face of the NFL?
Yeah. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. I mean, I think he's one of the faces. I think there's some other people that are emerging. Russell Wilson is still the face. I think Lamar is the face. But I think Patrick Mahomes is a face and a good face. I think the NFL's in a good place with good hands. It's changing of a guard. And I'm looking forward to a great competitive game. Would you like my prediction?
Yeah.
Thanks. You sound really enthusiastic when...
No, but it's a little early for predictions, I mean, but it's okay.
It's a little early. The game's a week away, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right, don't give me the score. I hate the score thing. It's going to be 31.
I got my homeboy in them in a good, tight, fun game. I got Jennifer Lopez and Shakira putting on a fantastic halftime show. I have no dog in this fight. I think they'll be able to outscore a very, very tough San Francisco 49er defense. And because they've had so much adversity in these last 2 playoff games, if things go awry, it's like, okay, well, they've gone awry, really awry in the last 2 weeks.
It's fair, right? When you get down 17, you get down 10 points twice last week, their ability to come back. I would caution people, or caution really, I think the Chiefs know this, right? It's one thing to get behind to 2 wildcard teams when you're playing at home. It's another thing to get behind against the Niners team that can run it even when you know it's coming. And it's a much more talented defense. Just more. This is probably the most talent-laden team that what John Lynch has put together. Kyle Shanahan is a play caller. The two of them, it's a perfect marriage. I love Pat Mahomes. I think he's the best player in the league. I just don't think he's the face of the league yet.
Who's the face of the league right now?
Still Brady, Rodgers.
Face of the league? Both those guys are reluctant faces at this point.
No, they're not. They're both on, Rodgers is on a, remember, when Rodgers and he are on a television commercial together, it's Rodgers saying, have you met my new friend, Pat Mahomes, right? They still have to, most of America, we think of most of America being us, that we love sports, we watch sports, it's all we do. But there's, 7,500 million people that have never seen him play down football.
Well, after next week, he'll be the guy.
Well, if
win or
they
lose. Even if they lose, they'll there's going to be so much hype this week. And listen, he's got a very strange voice.
Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, but he's...
But that can work, though. It worked for Tyson, and Tyson had a strange voice considering all that he was,
well, the
right?
contradictory of I'm going to knock you out, and then I have a high voice is weird. It'll be fine. My homeboy, they'll play to his strengths. I think he's very likable, and I think by the end of next week, win, lose, or draw, he'll emerge as the guy. And I think it's in good hands. He's very likable. He gets it, and I think I think it's going to be a good Super Bowl.
This one's going to come in a little bit low for you as a New Yorker.
Go ahead, Doug.
Steph Curry said, thinking back, this is in the 2009 draft. He was on the All the Smoke podcast. That's with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, where they smoke and talk hoops. Thinking back, I wanted to go to New York. I thought I was going to New York. I want you to think about all the pain, all the agony that you have suffered.
Thank God he didn't go to New York.
What are you talking about?
Thank God the history.
Mike D'Antoni would have been his coach.
The history of the NBA would have changed. There would be no Trae Young. He changed basketball, and it wouldn't have happened with New York. The New York Knicks would have somehow ruined him. They would have traded him to Orlando. They wouldn't have stuck with him. They wouldn't have brought out the best with him. There would have been no Klay Thompson. Him and Klay, and Draymond, they're linked together. It was destiny. And thank God the New York Knicks. Thank God that James Dolan wasn't his owner. Thank God that the guy who's in a blues band wasn't the owner of Steph Curry's basketball team. I don't support that team, and I'm happy for Steph Curry that the Knicks didn't draft him. Okay. At the time, I thought it was stupid, but when you look back historically, look what they would have done to him.
No, well, what they might have done, because remember, he played for Mark Jackson.
Might have done.
Played for Mark Jackson. He played for Mike D'Antoni. Out of college, look at the success that Mike D'Antoni had with Steve Nash. Why couldn't he have had it? Look, you bring up a good point. I do think that all that other stuff does matter.
It matters a lot.
It matters. But remember, even the Warriors didn't know what they had. Like, this was something I shared with Colin on this show years ago, and it's been written about since, which is when the Warriors traded for Andrew Bogut, they told the Bucks, hey, you can have Monte Ellis or you can have Steph Curry. Pick one. And they chose Monte Ellis. So not only did the Bucks not know what they had, but the Warriors didn't even realize what they had until he got healthy, until Steve Kerr came over, and they all kind of matured and grew up together to this. But it's got to be a gut punch to the Knicks.
There's no gut punches. This is the best thing that's happened in the NBA was Steph Curry not being picked by the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are not worthy of a Steph Curry. The New York Knicks, he should be thanking his lucky stars that he wasn't drafted by the New York Knicks.
The biggest star you've ever worked with in a movie is who?
I mean, at the time, DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Will Smith, probably Will Smith.
Okay, so the Clippers apparently are having some issues adjusting to the fact that there's a Paul George and a Kawhi Leonard, and then rules for everybody else. How hard was that for you to deal with? You're a pretty big star, but then Will Smith comes in and usurps you a little bit.
I'm fine with it. I'm, as far as I get it, I think that this is fake news. Patrick Beverley and Lou Williams, who are the leaders of the team, who are the heart of the team, and who are the biggest voices. Lou Williams being the guy. I think that this is fake news. They said it's fake news. I believe it's fake news, and I think that this will work itself out.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.